So there's something that's been on my mind ever since I ventured out for Black Friday shopping in New York City this year. And I gotta tell you something. It felt different, really different. See, I decided to check out a video game store in Manhattan that I'd heard good things about, especially for its retro and its Switch selection of games. And while they did have some cool stuff, the vibe was just dead. Like ghost town. Not the buzzing Black Friday that I remember when I was a kid. And it kind of got me thinking, what happened to Black Friday? And more importantly, what does this shift mean for us, the video game collectors? Especially those of us hunting for Switch deals that we usually look for around this time of year. So I've broken it down into 3 key reasons why Black Friday isn't what it used to be. And I've got something that collectors need to know. Now, before I get into these reasons, I want to let you guys know the store that I decided to visit. It was Book Off. Book Off is pretty much located kind of in the middle of Manhattan, and it's kind of off of one of those side streets off of 45th Ave or 45th Street, I guess. And it's a pretty neat store when you get into it. So overall, I think it's a pretty cool spot. But as I said in the beginning of the video, the vibes were just pretty much dead. Now, there are a few reasons why I think this is the case. And the first reason is really going to be the rise of permanent sales and digital storefronts. Think about it. Black Friday used to be the day for massive discounts. You'd mark your calendar, wake up early, and brave the crowds for those limited time doorbuster deals. Now, sales are everywhere, all the time. They're on Steam, they're on the eShop, they're on the PlayStation Store, they're on the Xbox Marketplace. They all have seasonal sales that often rival or even surpass traditional Black Friday offerings. Plus, physical retailers are constantly running promotions throughout the year. So that sense of urgency, that once a year frenzy, it's just not there anymore because you can almost always find a decent deal on something. For Switch collectors, this means the pressure to buy on Black Friday has pretty much diminished significantly. You no longer have to wait for this specific day to grab a game you've been eyeing. The deals are spread out, making it easier to snag a game at a good price pretty much whenever it pops up. So reason number 2 is going to be the undeniable shift to online shopping. This one's pretty obvious, but its impact on the physical Black Friday experience is huge. Why fight for parking, deal with crowds, and stand in long lines when you can do all your shopping from your couch? The convenience factor is massive. Retailers have gotten incredibly good at pushing their online Black Friday deals even before Thanksgiving. So by the time Friday rolls around, many of the best deals have already been snapped up by people who didn't even leave their homes. And for video game collectors, this means your best bet for finding those elusive Switch game deals might not be in a brick and mortar store anymore, but by refreshing your favorite online retailer's website. So you got to be prepared to act fast because the good online deals can pretty much vanish quickly. The third and final reason that I think it's pretty much a ghost town in most stores is that consumer habits are changing, and there's been pretty much a huge shift in what we prioritize. Beyond just convenience, I think there's a broader change in how people approach shopping and even entertainment. People are more conscious of their spending, more deliberate with their purchases, and perhaps less inclined to buy just for the sake of a quote unquote deal. The whole experience of Black Friday used to be an event in itself. I remember this. It was an amazing time. But now, with so many other entertainment options and financial pressures, that thrill might have faded for a lot of people. So for Switch collectors, this means a few things. Firstly, don't feel pressured to buy something just because it's Black Friday. If a deal isn't truly great, or if it's not a game you genuinely want for your collection, it's okay to pass. Secondly, this might open up opportunities for smaller, independent game stores or even local game exchanges. While the big box stores might be quieter, these smaller venues could become more important hubs for finding unique titles or even better trade-in values. So keep an eye on those local spots. They might be hidden gems. Now, at this point, many of you have already gone out and done your Black Friday weekend shopping, but there's still one more day that I know is going to grab a lot of your attention, and that's Cyber Monday. So what does this all mean for the future of Black Friday, and more specifically, for us video game collectors looking for those sweet Switch deals? I think we need to adjust our expectations and strategies. So I've got a few tips. Tip 1 is be a smart shopper, not a desperate shopper. Don't just buy because it's Black Friday. You know the games you want, track their prices throughout the year, and only pull the trigger if it's a genuinely good deal. Price trackers like Deku Deals for the eShop, or even just keeping a wish list on Amazon or Best Buy can be incredibly helpful. Tip 2, embrace the digital. As I just said, Cyber Monday's coming up. But don't forget the physical. While online deals are often plentiful, some of the best physical Switch game deals can still be found during these sales periods. Often to clear out inventory, or sometimes just because a store might have one too many of a certain game. So keep an eye on the big retailers online like Walmart, Target, Amazon, Best Buy, but don't expect the same in-store frenzy. Tip number 3, look beyond the main event. As I said, the Cyber Monday and even Cyber Week deals can sometimes be better than the actual Black Friday offerings. And as I mentioned, smaller sales pop up all the time, so patience can really pay off a lot here. My experience at Book Off this Black Friday was definitely eye-opening. And while it didn't have the chaos of Black Fridays past, it was a valuable reminder that the landscape of retail, especially for niche markets like video game collecting, is constantly evolving. I'm interested to know, what were your Black Friday experiences like this year? Did you find any amazing Switch deals? Or did you notice the same quiet atmosphere that I did? Let me know in the comments below. I'm the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.